Hello, folks. Glad to see Josh from Parks and Tech and DeMarco, FSU grad, and that Ethan guy and a couple other people coming in now. Glad to have everybody in the house tonight. As you saw, we were talking about having an open forum or open chat tonight. Before we get started, though, I'm going to throw it around the room and let my cohorts introduce themselves. First off, John Cuppi.
Hey guys, what's going on? Good to be back. Haven't been doing much. Weather's kind of stinks. Sort of waiting for winter to be over and already into mid-January. But I want to be able to fly besides whoops and whatnot. But yeah, it's good to be back. I'm gonna throw it over to Ethan.
Hey guys, glad to see everybody out tonight. I hope everybody's having a good evening and good week. I'm in the same boat as John. The weather has been complete crap here for the past 2 weeks, and I haven't been able to get out and fly too much of anything. So I've just been repairing some drones back there. But anyway, we got a lot of exciting new things to talk about. And with that, I'll throw it over to Bill.
Well, I'm going to throw it all to all of us. Why is it not? Let's do this one. There we go. So we're all big screens now. Cool. So I can see, let's see, Art just came in. Hey, Art, how you doing? Y'all were talking about weather. We got 9 inches of snow, and normally I don't get snow.
That's a lot.
Pictures? Yeah, I got a new phone. Got a new phone. What is it? The iPhone 11 Pro Max.
Top of the line.
This one, huh?
Top of the line.
Well, we didn't get all the gigabytes. We got like 256, I think. Because it was like $1,400 for, and I was like, yes, I don't want to be paying the cable company for another 70 years. So, but yeah, we got Xfinity. So cool. So what's everybody into? Here, I'm going to tell everybody, I finally flew the Mavic Mini one time. Phenomenal little drone. I was totally impressed. I really and truthfully, I did an idiot thing. I forgot. Here's what I did. I had an SD card in the drone, but I forgot to turn off recording before I shut down the drone. And the file was corrupted.
You know how I could tell you how to fix that?
Well, I tried to fix it. I went back and did 50 million different things to it. I used different players just to see if I could get clean audio, and have something to do with the Mini. It was just totally trashed. So
you know what? You know how to fix it? There's one thing. All you have to do is press record and stop again while it's in the drone, and it'll repair it for you.
Oh, cool.
That's all you got. A lot of people try to overthink that because a lot of the DJI drones do that. Like if you turn it off before you hit stop, and all you have to do is power the drone back on, hit the record button, and then hit the record button again so it starts and stops the video, and it'll automatically repair it.
Well, the thing, because it was phenomenal. It was right after the snowstorm, so
you didn't delete it, did you?
But I no, Ethan, I've already destroyed it like an idiot because I took it out of the drone.
Yeah,
into the computer.
See, why don't you post it and ask?
But no, I didn't realize that it was corrupt.
Well, it's not corrupt.
I'd already pulled it in.
It's not corrupt. It just doesn't have an ending formatted into it, so none of the players recognize it.
But yeah, that's what I did, and then I got frustrated and deleted the file. So I'll try it. But today it was like the wind was like 18 miles an hour, and I was contemplating putting the Mavic 2 up, but then all at once, like, these gale force winds came in and the snow started blowing. I was like, never mind. I guess I'll just talk about it. And everybody like, well, Bill said he was going to do it, but he didn't do it. But anyway, what's up with everybody? What do you want to talk? I see Drone Shots came in. I see Brian from True Drone Reviews. Chris Hope came in. Johnny Drone Flyer. Let's throw some names up. Y'all talk.
So I just posted a new video tonight on HDR. And it's just a quick video that I uploaded after putting some test footage up just to kind of feel everybody out with it. And it actually it looks really cool. If you've got an HDR compatible device, you should definitely check it out.
Art just got home from a birthday dinner with Sis. So what did you have for birthday dinner, Art?
So has anybody seen the new FPV Vista from Caddx?
I've seen some stuff about it. Looks pretty cool.
Yeah, there was a guy that just posted a video today about it, how he got a prototype in, and it actually does almost, according to him, it's got all the same features and all the same range, just about the same range as the regular size one. It just doesn't have the onboard DVR. So, but the connection with the DJI FPV system, the connection and the clarity is so good that your DVR look, even though it's only 720, the DVR looks awesome.
Cool.
Very cool.
Cool. Okay. Well, like I said, this is open forum. Does anybody have anything you want to talk about? Let's see.
Yeah, this is for you guys.
What's this?
Anything you guys want to talk about?
So, anybody have any word on when the Autels are going to start shipping?
Oh, it was his daughter's birthday today, and they had Louisiana seafood.
Right around when the Skydio is going to start shipping.
Right.
Ooh, Art had a 6-ounce sirloin steak.
Oh, that sounds really good, Art. Now, I want some of that.
I had Wiener Schnitzel hot dogs.
We got True Drone Reviews here. Brian, hello.
Yeah. Did you all see the Xeno 2 footage that Hubson put out today?
I did.
It's like,
I did.
it's like of a little amusement park or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you all? To me, it looked the low light colors are fantastic, but it looked like it had that same initial soft focus issue that the original Xeno had. At least to me, it did. So, what do y'all think? And what do you think, Ron? Do you think it had a soft focus issue?
The Xeno?
The Xeno 2. Did you see that new footage from the Xeno 2 that came out?
The nighttime footage at the bridge?
Yeah. Well, and it looked like an amusement park or something.
Yes. I didn't notice it, but I was watching it on an iPad. I didn't watch it on my highest definition screen.
Yeah, and it seemed to me like that it had that same soft focus issue. And y'all, so Ron just joined us. Ron's in the house now. So
Hello, everyone.
And so happy birthday, Art. Happy birthday, Johnny Droneflyer's daughter. Has anyone gotten shipping yet on the Xeno 2? I haven't heard anything. Brian says he is not buying the Xeno 2. Why are you not buying the Xeno 2, Brian? Oh, that's right. You're getting the, what is
V-copter.
The what?
He ordered the V-copter, so
man, I need
That's
to
gonna
look
be
at you know what I heard when he said? I thought he said the Beastmaster. Beastmaster drone.
now that's gonna be a drone I get.
The Beastmaster drone.
That's
the cool thing. It sounds like Australia's finally getting some rain. Yay!
Well, that is good news.
Yes. So yeah, it said that they were getting some serious rain. That the fires had gone from like 120 down to 88.
I'll check in with Perth West OZRC.
Yeah. Said you can borrow mine. Oh yeah, they're going to trade out there. Did Brian ever say why he wasn't going to buy it? Okay, what drone is everybody going to buy? Is everybody going to buy the Evo 2? If you're going to buy the Evo 2, which Evo 2 are you going to buy?
I will be getting the Evo 2 Pro.
Yes, that's the one that if you're going to invest, I think that's your best bet. Because is that the 1-inch adjustable?
I need it. I need a Mavic 2 alternative, and it shoots 4K 60. So.
Very cool, very cool, very cool. Why do you need an alternative, or just something for comparison, so that you can do the comparison videos?
Now, a lot of times when I have jobs, a lot of times the DJI, no flies and stuff gives me a hell of a time, and and it's very, very frustrating, especially if the light's just right and you want to go to a spot and the light's like perfect, and you have like literally 20 minutes to get out and get the shot. And like when I have to deal with the, unlocking the thing, when, it's more restrictive than the FAA stuff, like on Lance and on Air Map, I'm totally fine. I'm not in controlled airspace, but if for some reason the DJI system is way more restrictive than what the FAA is, and it says I need to unlock it, and it's just sometimes I don't have cell service in these places, and so up goes the Anafi. It's very, very, very frustrating.
I see the same thing as Ethan sees many times. Air Map or Kitty Hawk says it's good to fly, and if we're even close to the no-fly zone, then the DJI Apple, even if it lets you fly, it'll just constantly harass you that you're near a no-fly zone, and that's even discouraged my flight.
Yeah, there is a certain spot on the other side of the bay from where I live that we like to go fly at, but it's an old airport that is not in service anymore, and it never was a towered airport to begin with. But for some reason, the DJI stuff, it puts the bow tie stuff on there. So if you're on the approach side, even though it's not in service anymore, it never was a towered airport. So technically, it's not controlled air. It never was controlled airspace. The DJI won't let you fly there, or it limits the height to 50 feet. It's real pain in the butt.
Wow.
Someone's saying get no limit drones. Yeah, that is one option.
So the only problem with no limit is that as soon as DJI puts out a firmware update, you have to wait for no limit to redo their software and then download the software again.
Right.
So you're constantly dealing with firmware and getting the software correct, and it's just,
unless you only stick to the no limit app, which has its own,
right.
Ironically has its own limitations.
Yeah, I'd rather just have a drone where I don't have to worry with it at all.
Yeah, I would too, of course.
Because my FPV drones, I don't have to worry about it.
That's right.
Oh, here we go. But the thing about it is, and we're going to try to bring this up at least once every night, is FAA 2019-1100 is, and there's a lot of people that are saying it's a done deal. But I still think if we keep waving it out there that these little companies, and for that matter, these big companies are going to be throwing away money. But Dan from Drone Worship was in chat over on Bill's channel last night, over on Bill Drone Reviewers Rotor Talk Live, and he because here I was. My big thing is, people aren't going to want their Amazon package delivered. They're not going to want. And then Dan's point was, fine, but what about McDonald's and Taco Bell? And I was like, ooh.
Hot Pockets.
Yeah, Hot Pockets. That's what he was making a joke about. But yeah, and people will do it all day long, man.
Yeah,
if you have tacos delivered to your door in 20 minutes.
You see, this is the way I think about it, right? If it's gonna go that route, that's probably, in my opinion, that's a very distant, extreme scenario. The skies are going to look like a swarm of bees. And the general public is not going to be okay with that. I guarantee it. You talk about, you talk about a safety issue. That's going to be a ginormous safety issue.
General public make the decisions.
Well, they will as soon as they start complaining.
Well, yeah, true. The whole point is we're going to get this shoved down our throat for a while. I think that they may strangle the hobby for a while, but I don't think it's ever going to die.
I'm not worried about it until anything passes. So,
yeah, but I think that eventually it's going to be, it's going to be like, look, man, you all going to throw away all this money, then fine. We'll just stop spending it here and there. And
I don't think there's that much money into the food delivery stuff, personally. I think it's going to cost them more to do something like that than have people come to them.
Yeah,
but you got all these Uber Eats things, man.
Yeah, but I still think I still think they make more money off of people coming to the store McDonald's than they do with Uber Eats and people shipping it out.
There's a ton of people that are using those Uber Eats now, and a drone would eliminate a lot of that insurance responsibility, having to pay another person, having to worry about the insurance on that vehicle.
Yeah, but I think the insurance you're going to need for the drone is going to be way higher. Because what if something happens and it falls out of the sky, falls in the traffic?
Yeah, McDonald's would be a huge target for somebody like that. At the very least,
I would say give them 400 to 800. The only space that would be open technically is 400 to 500.
At the very least, food. When you're talking about small food items, prescriptions, things like that. Now you're talking within the realm of possibility to be delivered to somebody within, maybe a 5-mile radius, we could say.
Yeah, I think what you're going to see first is the big drone delivery. And I don't even know if it's going to go that far to go to your house right away. I think they're going to be delivering it to like a storefront that's close to your house, because having to fly to each individual house, that's a round trip to every delivery, where a UPS truck can go hit a whole neighborhood in one swipe.
Yeah, exactly.
A drone's not going to be able to do that. But
well, what I'm thinking is your trucks are going to be delivering your 5-pound packages and above, and you're going to have drones that are going to deliver multiple packages, but they're going to be like 4 or 5 ounce, 6 ounce, 10 ounce. Not so many little piddly things here and there that sometimes go through the mail or whatnot, and just bypass a lot of that crap.
I think you're going to see. I just don't think you're going to see it in like big neighborhoods. Like, I don't think you're going to see it in Baltimore. They're probably going to use it more in like rural areas.
What's Josh is saying something? Delivery drones of Bob's Discount Furniture.
Oh boy! If anybody saw that video, they understand what he's talking about.
Yeah. Don't play that video, Bill.
It's inappropriate.
Yeah, you have to put the adult thing.
We had to do that anyway to say we're not for kids anymore, man.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, man!
We're not for kids anymore. You got to make your channel not for kids, okay?
There is an interview at CES floating around with one of the FAA persons that flat out said that as it stands right now, they know it's not going to work. So
why did they even? But the whole point is they're trying to shove it through anyway.
No, they it's a proposal, so it's not in stone yet.
So, but why make the proposal if you're not intending to move forward?
Because some congressman's pushing them to do it.
Yeah, it's so they get our input basically.
Okay.
It was solely written by people for the industrial complex personally.
You can get crab delivered by drone?
At the end of the day, I'm just hoping that there's enough public that they just scrap it.
Oh yeah. Well, I tell you what, I'll go on the record for saying this right now. If it keeps the way it is right now, a lot of people are going to be breaking the law, and I'm going to be one of them. So
you didn't hear that here.
No. Bill, play that breaking the law, the Jews priest song. Play a little clip of that.
No. This was a momentary experiment in a deep fake. Thank you. Now back to the live programming in progress.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, and there's no way that they're going to be able to put it through the way it is right now. It's not going to work. So that I'm not really that worried about it.
Wait a minute. Wait, Brian. What? I ordered a Tello controller from DJI. They shipped it overnight from China. Why do you need a drone? I don't understand. I think they put a bunch of bad ideas together just to get people to make suggestions. They will read on the. Okay, but the thing that kills me is we've got so many people coming out theorizing about what the FAA is going to do with our comments. It's like all the ones that say, kiss my ass, they're going to get rid of.
Well, yeah.
And then all the ones that are repetitive, they're going to say, no, that's just one email. I know. And I'm like, we have no clue what they're going to do we?
You're not going to have a clue what they're going to do until about 3 years.
Yeah, that's what's going to suck, man. That's what's going to suck about the whole 9 yards, man. Oh, okay. So y'all still want to stay on this subject, or does anybody want to talk about, let's see. Brian, did you ever tell us why you didn't want the Xeno 2 and I just let it go by and didn't see it? Did you see it, Ron?
Well, I can tell you, he told me, he's put his money out to get the V-copter. So he's already got a lot of money laid out for that V-copter drone by what, 00?
Oh, okay. So that was his $399.
And he already has it, and he has a Xeno and the Xeno Pro, and there's issues with the Xeno Pro with the latest firmware update. It's made the lens blurry.
Well, the thing about it is Hubson is just now really seriously playing with gimbaled camera birds, and it took them a little while to get the Xeno dialed in. I still see there's a minor soft focus issue with the Xeno 2. And I said so in their video today. And, hopefully they'll notice it and they'll, because it looks almost identical to the same issue that they had to begin with the Xeno. And it took them a little while, but they finally got it dialed in pretty good. And this is a better camera in this new drone. So I think with a little tweaking, they're going to get it. What do you mean? Okay. So you're just going to get rid of, okay. I'm lost. Okay. So you canceled your order. Is that what you're saying? I guess that's what I get from that expressive word. Oh no. He said
he meant to say Pro. He meant to say Xeno Pro.
Yeah, he meant the Xeno. Yeah, he meant the Xeno Pro. So.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in that V-Copter too. I'm not going to get it, but I'm definitely interested to. If it had a better camera on it, maybe I would be interested.
Well,
but
the thing that scares me is I get how it rocks. That's cool, but that gimbal's not going to have that much play in it. So you're going to have parts of the video that are going to go up and then swap back down, and then they're going to kind of level out a little bit. And then if it takes off again, it's going to rock back down again, and then you're going to kind of drop out of frame. I mean, that's what it seems like to me, because that gimbal would have to have a lot of play in it in order to keep up with that pendulum effect that those two props are going to have.
Yeah, they might also have like electronic stimulation in it too. But
they'll just take you back to your toy drone days.
Oh, yeah. that Evo 2 Pro. Yeah, that Evo 2 Pro is pulling a lot of people's strings.
Oh yeah, I'm thrilled that you can swap cameras on it, because say like your budget only allows you to get the the low end one. Well, you can over the years gradually upgrade it with a little bit more money. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, the Xeno 2 also has swappable cameras and gimbals.
Yep.
But I don't think you can swap the Xeno 2 cameras out blindfolded.
I'll send one to Rick Smith and have him try it.
I don't know if he'd even touch his Xeno 2, would he? I'm melting.
You see what Johnny Dragonflyer put up?
Yeah, it looked like a wounded crow. Is that the one where they had like spread out the net over top of the chairs and tables and stuff in the room?
Yeah, I thought that was going to crash like 5 or 6 times.
That's what made me wonder about the gimbal itself, though. I was like, I don't know here. Let's see.
I think supposedly shipping in February. We'll find out soon.
Oh, good. Well, the thing about it is if they supposedly 2 more weeks, and I'll have a finish my order right. And I'm going to Virginia next week, and I was really hoping to have it by then.
It'll arrive when you're in Virginia.
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Or no. That's when they'll send me the email to finish my order.
Right.
Next to my 93-year-old grandmother. Oh wait, Granny, hang on.
All right. All right. So on a completely different note, what do you guys think about these Colorado drones? What is going on with that?
Oh, I thought they came out and said that it was the military.
Something that they thought it was. What was it? I said that it was actually. I
was seeing in the news that the theories, the conspiracy theories, are continuing to mount, and it's just
okay. Are the drones still showing up?
Yeah, apparently they're still showing up.
Well, let's go shoot one down and find out what it is.
I thought I read somewhere that it was the military. They were doing anti-drone, like testing their anti-drone stuff, and that they were flying these drones to see if they could like take over or take control.
I don't know. And also now this is extending to Wyoming and Nebraska as well. I'm literally checking the latest news now. I mean, it's just crazy, right? Like it makes you wonder what exactly is it that people are seeing?
Yeah, and is it always at night?
Well, it's always at night. Apparently, it is. It's always happening at night.
So that makes it really hard to identify it. Whatever.
There was one guy who managed to get some kind of picture of it on January 7th with his tripod and his rifle scope, and it kind of looks like three of them in a triangle. I don't know if I can send the link to.
Well, then I don't think it's a
put
drone.
the article up. Here's the link to the article. You might be able to put it up, and you can scroll and show people the pictures that the guy captured for the chat.
Oh, so wait a minute. Timeless truth. So yeah.
Now I don't know about the validity of this source.
So maybe it could be a bullcrap story, but they
could be
pictures of something. And okay, so in the FAA, what actions are they justifying?
Well,
wait! Here, I love this one.
It's an Amazon test field. Ha, good one.
Josh is on his way. Josh is really from another planet, in case you all haven't figured that out yet.
Right.
He's just trying to find his way back to the mothership.
This looks like the same lights they had a couple years ago in Phoenix. Just saying.
Wait. Here we go.
Yeah, weed is legal there. No telling what they're saying. That is very true.
Yeah.
Maybe those drones are delivering the weed.
Look, it's Jerry Garcia in a UFO. This is one of those uniquely creative nights. We don't really have a theme. Everybody in chat's just kind of rambling like we are. It's kind of cool, though. We're not really attracting a whole lot of viewers. 17 people. Thank you, you 17 people. You're wonderful and fantastic for putting up with our oddities and drone antics.
So have any guys been thinking about getting that Insta 360 camera, the new thing they put out?
We're going to watch you and all your reviews, and then I will purchase from your affiliate link.
I don't do affiliate links anymore.
Okay.
Why not?
There's too much controversy about it for what I make off of it, so I'm kind of like the hell with it, you know.
Fair enough.
I mean, the amount of income that's generated off of that is it's like nothing. So it's not, for me, it's not worth the, you know, the drama that it you know, that some people look at it with.
Oh yeah, sure, that's understandable. I was just wondering if like something happened or.
No.
Let me ask Ethan's original question. Well, let Bill finish the drones.
Here they are, the mystery drones of Colorado. See, there's some kind of something.
Yeah, I mean, if we are to believe that these pictures are real,
they're crop dressed in the weed fields. It's really a remote plane.
yeah, it's just what.
Not Dustin.
And Geeks Vana is not here, but he actually interviewed somebody on his channel
from SETI or something, wasn't it?
Who's a homeowner, yeah, who gave her account of the whole experience as well.
Look at this. There's the sightings right there.
Yeah, that's supposedly the sighting list.
Well, John, if this story's so big, why hasn't like a big news outlet sent somebody up to investigate? Like, pick your news outlet of choice. I don't want to say one because it's controversial.
You're waiting on them to form into a big Mickey Mouse.
I don't know, Ron. It's probably easier to just take stuff like what's written here and knock up a quick news article. I mean, they don't need to pay somebody to stand out there in the dark and hope the drones appear.
This is a trading center for Intel drones. They are going to turn, like I said, you're going to go out there in about a month's time, and they're going to form into Mickey Mouse and Tony the Tiger, and then we're going to find out that they're drones that they're going to use for the Super Bowl or something.
I can tell you what, I can guarantee you the military knows what it is, and if they say they don't, they're lying to you.
They say they don't. They do. As far as I know, they're saying they don't know. Nobody knows.
They won't know until they enact this new proposed
right.
Under 2019-11.
I guarantee you they know what it is. It's probably one of their stuff. So.
Oh, Josh got a Femi Palm, so that's the Osmo Pocket ripoff, isn't it? Or excuse me, upgrade.
Yes. Yeah, Josh, I have it on pre-order also. Oh, back to Ethan's question about the Insta360R. I was very interested when it came out, but the more I look at it, the less I'm interested in it now. It seems the 360 part of it is not much of an upgrade from the current 361X, and the action cam, at least that are the one sensor thing's not available. The reviewers don't have it yet, but the regular action camera is good, but it's no better than the current Hero or the current Osmo Action. So until the reviewers get the R part, the one sensor, into their hands, I really won't tell you how much I really won't know then how much interest I have in it. What about you, Ethan?
Well, I have one ordered, so it's supposed to ship Friday.
What did you order exactly?
I ordered the twin. That was like the best deal to get the 4K and then the 360 mod. The reason I got it's like, so I don't have a 360 camera, and I've always wanted to get the 1X, but I was waiting because I just wasn't that impressed with the image quality out of it. But this one, they say it's got a little bit better image quality because it's using the H.265 codec. So things are just a little bit better quality.
True.
And I really like the modular aspect of it, where I could like switch it from, GoPro to that. But I did have a GoPro 8 for a little bit. I had a GoPro 8 for about 2 weeks, and I was comparing it with the Osmo Action and my Hero 7. And the Hero 8, I was not impressed with whatsoever. The way the door on the side like flips up, it popped off every time you want to take a battery out or had to plug it in to charge it up. And the whole design where you can't replace the lens, I thought that was just crap. But and when I compared the image quality versus the 7, even though the bit rate was a lot higher, I think it went up to 100 megabits in 4K, where the 7 only goes up to like 75, 78, something like that. But there wasn't that much of a difference. It was better, but not convincing for me to like, okay, I need to just get with that. But really, the ergonomics of the door was, I don't know what they were thinking. That's probably the worst design I've ever seen on one of these action cameras.
Wow.
Yeah.
Back to the Insta360, for a minute. Not heard one. Marcus told this to me. Why he's not going. True German Review. Sorry, I got my Hero 8. I've never used my Osmo Action. Wow. Marcus made the comment about the Insta360R that that the module set up the screen. The module of the screen is very small. Like it's almost like an Osmo Pocket type screen. So you lose that nice big screen that you're used to in your Hero, your Osmo Action, and now you got this little cube of the screen again. So older people with tough eye, declining eyes are going to have problems with that tiny screen, we think.
Right. Or you could just use the app with your phone connected to your phone.
Well, that's another, lots of times, when you're out, us multimedia people, we're using the phone to fly or do something else with, and can't have it always on standby for an extra monitor. So, I mean, I'm nitpicking here. I mean, I haven't had in my hands. It may not be that bad. But again, the only thing I'm excited about this system is that 1-inch sensor action camera. I mean, no reviews don't have it yet, so we don't know how good it really is. But I mean, that could be a killer product. A 1-inch sensor action camera with also the built-in mic port. You won't have to add a bunch of add-on stuff to make it bigger to get good sound. It'll even work with Bluetooth headsets like the Apple AirPods. And to me, that and the 1-inch sensor, the killer features of the 1-inch sensor module.
Also, for anybody that's color grading and matching the cameras up, the Insta360 shoots in the log profile in all of the settings. So that'll make a huge difference trying to color grade stuff and match things up to other cameras. Because my biggest complaint about GoPro is their color science is just very unique. I'm not saying it's bad, because it looks really good. If your whole footage consists of GoPro footage, your whole video, then it's going to look great. But if you try to match that up to anything else, it is a pain in the butt.
You're right.
But the Osmo Action, as far as like the menu systems go, the menu system on the Hero 7 is fine. The one I prefer to use is the menu system that's on the DJI Osmo Action. It's just very easy, very intuitive. and you can set up the quick menu so you can like have presets. But the menu system on that GoPro Hero 8 was, I just didn't like it at all. It was very so the screen was so big, but the menu, like when you're going to switch like frame rates and shutter speed, it'd like shift up and shift down. So if you wanted to get back to something, you had to like slide it down first, then hit the back button. It was just a real pain in the butt. I was not happy with what they came out with. If they copied the Hero 7 and just upgraded the internals, that would have been, everybody would have loved it.
Fine. Do you have any idea what the menu system will be like on the Insta360 R cameras?
I don't, although I do know is what they've said, that everything is, you can do full auto or full manual on just about everything. So
good.
That's exciting. Good. Apparently they got the software. The one thing I'm curious to see, and I'm a little apprehensive about, is that they said in order to get the stabilization and everything, you have to run the footage through the app first and like process it through the app. So, and that's what does all the stabilization and all the color and everything like that. It won't do it in camera.
I have it again. I have the the Insta360 and it creates this file, and I forget the name of the file, and it supposedly has all the stabilization and stuff in that file, whatever. And I've never got my head around the editing process. Like it's easier to do it on your phone than do it on the desktop app. But I know this. I think the current 361 Insta360 and this one will have the ability to, in their app, I think only their mobile app, you'll be able to mix that with footage from other sources and edit it all together as one thing. Where older 360, you really couldn't interact it with other types of footage, but this you can. So It will be real big on this system that you're getting, because you can integrate the stuff from the action camera with the 360, edit it, all at one time and create a project. So that probably is the big payoff at the end on this system, that you come out with kind of a completely edited and done video.
Yeah, I'm very curious about, they said the software has got like AI built into it too, so it automatically will run through your footage and make little mini clips for you already, with it already panning to certain things. So I'm curious to see how that works. My biggest, I'm worried though about it is because like any time in history of like pre-editing other videos, is that anytime you run raw footage through an editor and then load it into another editor like Final Cut Pro, you're going to take an image loss. It's going to lose image quality. And that's what I'm curious to see how that's going to work out.
Yeah, that will be. I mean, my limited experience with the Insta360 product, I mean, the editing process is what prevents me from using it more. I mean, like it seems like I spend hours of time editing like a 2-minute clip, where, if I was working on footage from any other device, my Hero 7, my drones, anything else, I would get tons of work done in an amount of time it takes me to edit like 2 minutes of 360 video.
Right. Yeah, I'm definitely interested because I haven't really messed with 360 hardly at all, but the fact that I could get any angle I want is very intriguing. But yes, I do understand that it's definitely going to be a lot more workload to do that.
Well, I can't wait for you to get it in and see your reviews and demonstrations of it. I'm really looking forward to that, Ethan. You should do a special Insta360 or like special or episode.
Yeah, I'm hoping it comes soon, because I want to make a TPU mount to put on one of these drones back there, and I'm going to put this guy on the drone.
Oh, nice! That's Baby Yoda print.
Yeah. Going to put him on the drone with the 360 camera in front of it, and like watch him fly around.
Now that's cool.
I put a picture of my grandson's face on Baby Yoda. I showed it to John. But actually, I thought I was going to get in trouble, but the whole family thought it was kind of cool, because Baby Yoda is like all the rage, and he's adorable.
Oh yeah.
My grandson. So I was like, no. It's the thing that sucks is every time I see Baby Yoda, I see Liam's face, and every time I see Liam, I see Baby Yoda's face. But
it's very so what I'm hoping the 1-inch sensor does, and I haven't got I emailed Insta360 and haven't got a response back. Shocker. But I'm really hoping. See, this is my thought process about how this stuff should work. So if they're taking the processing of like I'm doing the stabilization and all the color stuff, they're taking that workload off of the camera itself and putting that.
Ron and I are not trying for
putting that in the app.
at all.
I would hope. I'm hoping that the 1-inch sensor will be able to do like 10-bit color. It's what I'm hoping for.
Right.
I doubt it, but I'm hoping that it's going to be able to do it. Because if it does,
yeah.
If that does, then that opens up HDR content to action cameras.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, did you all hear that about how like from the 16th to the 24th, like off of the lower eastern coast, the GPS is going to be out of whack because the military is going to be GPS jamming testing out there in the water?
What?
I haven't heard that.
No, I didn't hear about that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Hang
Well,
on.
I hope the airliners know about it.
Hang on, let me get
Yeah, because they're gonna need that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on it. Here we go. Well, I will do a screen.
Yeah, Brian's right. The Insta360 cage that goes on a Mavic 2, they said it interrupts the GPS feed, so you basically have to fly in ADI mode the whole time.
No, that's no surprise.
How about that right there, folks?
Oh, I see it. Oh, that's a lot of our drone people live in Florida.
Yeah, that covers the whole state of Florida, Georgia,
So,
South Carolina.
y'all can see this. I'm giving y'all a heads up here, and I this isn't me. One of Jeff Seals' friends sent it to him, and I saw it. So it's not me discovering this, but he sent it to Jeff. So thanks to me knowing Jeff Seals and being on his friend list on Facebook, I saw this and I am passing it on to you all. But I'm assuming that Jeff will be discussing it again tomorrow night because this article just came out yesterday.
Okay. Huh.
That's remarkable.
Good information. I guess I won't be planning a Florida trip this week.
Yeah, be careful.
The FAA has posted a flight advisory. Yeah, no joke.
I wonder how many people will be affected too driving, if they're driving down that way and suddenly they're in their car and it's like my GPS is not working.
The GPS sends in the text or something.
2 hours a day. Yeah, they're doing that drone jamming stuff because it's saying where we at.
I didn't know that.
It's GPS and ADSB.
Oh wow,
both of them.
Interesting. That's definitely dangerous to be in the air.
And they're going to do it. Look at this. It's going from the 6th. Oh, okay. So they're doing it on the 16th and the 24th. So not through, but and.
Okay.
Those 2 days, the 16th. So tomorrow, and then what do we have?
I don't understand why they couldn't have picked a place further offshore.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
Because they're trying to see what it does to on-land facilities as well.
Hmm.
Well, I guess if I live down there, I get my Bugs 3 out.
Sounds like it's FPV time. Don't have to worry about that.
There you go.
That's.
Oh wow, DeMarco had a good point. What if you were hiking up on a mountain and you were dependent upon GPS to get your way around?
That's true. I mean, it's gonna. Depending on the severity of it and how long it lasts, it's gonna screw up a bunch of people.
What's surprising is that this is the first I'm hearing about it. You would think that something that serious, as many things rely on GPS these days, that they would be
that's why I'm
promoting that for the past month.
I'm still kind of concerned that these FAA rules are going to go through and we're not even going to know about it.
You'd think that you'd be hearing about it more like in the news and whatnot, but
well, hopefully, hopefully that's a good news source. It is kind of odd that, mainstream media doesn't pick up on that stuff.
Yeah, right.
They only care about the Trump fiasco going on right now.
Or whatever, man. I'm like, or what bill doesn't get passed today, and I'm like, what happened to, I'd like to hear, did anybody else hear about the rainstorm in Australia putting the fires out?
Nope. All you hear about what's going on in Iran, actually.
Regular news.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not trying to get away from anything, but,
The only thing I've heard about all day long is Nancy Pelosi taking impeachment stuff over.
I barely watch the news anymore. It's just because it's all one issue. Like real news, like did Johnny get a lollipop after he went to see the dentist? I don't see that on TV anymore. There was rain in Australia after the deluge of fires down there.
Yeah, they definitely need that.
Rain to help with the fires down there. Didn't hear about that. Now we have GPS for 2 days, going to whack out everything on the southeastern coast of the U.S. Didn't hear about that. I'm like, let's get back to real news.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I did hear that they think over 1 million animals have died in those fires in Australia.
Yeah, and we're going to lose some species completely, have instantly extinct species because they're nowhere else on the planet.
It's terrible.
Okay, so back to drones and drone issues and drone things. We have been to like tonight is, like I said, wide open chat. We're just kind of rambling along, just talking along. But we are going to, in the future, we are still going to do Ethan's Money Shot episode. We're going to get back into color grading. John Cuppi is going to expound on UAV Medic and what he may or may not do with it. He's probably going to create a situation to begin with and then fix it live on air so that you all will get the gist of what we're trying to do. And I've tried to talk Ron into doing a Luma Fusion episode, but he's saying he doesn't know enough, which sounds perfect because we could all learn at basically the same pace. So what do y'all think? Should Ron come in and do some Luma Fusion episodes?
I don't see why not. We'll all learn together.
Okay. Maybe I could even get Ken Dono to be on with us on that episode.
Here's the thing.
He's my Luma Fusion guru.
Here's the thing. If anybody has kept up with drone therapy over its now 4th season of being on YouTube, at the beginning, Dan Sampson from Drone Worship was with me, Billy Kyle was with me, and John was with me, and we all did our thing. And then we went through a little bit of an evolution, and then for a little while, Jack Kramer was on there, Ken Dono was on there, John Cuppi was on there, and Billy Kyle was on there. And then we went through another little evolution, and then for a little while, Bill Horsch, Bill the drone reviewer, was on there, Ron was on there, and I was on there. And then we went through another little round, and it turned out, and it was me and John and Ethan and Ron. And that's where we're at right now. But any person that has been on the show before is more than welcome to come back. Forgive me, I'm still kind of from my monster. So I'm trying not to burp out loud. So, but anyway, they're all welcome to come back on the show. I would be more than happy to have Ken Dono on the show. Not sure if he would come or not, but he's more than welcome to come. Billy Kyle's more than welcome to come on the show. Dan's more than welcome to come on the show as long as he'll be polite and nice to all of us.
Good
Dan,
luck.
I've known Dan longer than everybody here. And I know Dan is Dan. But I'm always going to be Dan's friend. And if Dan needs my help at the very end of the day, he knows he can call me because he still has my phone number and he can call me anytime he wants. Billy should still have my phone number. Ken might have my phone number. Any one of them is welcome to call and they can come on the show. I'm not like that. I want us to get everybody to be a big happy bunch and be able to fly drones together and not have Amazon kick us out of the sky. So, yeah, sure, Ken's welcome.
My biggest problem with LumaFusion is not actually editing a video on it, but I have trouble getting the video I want to edit into the application on my iPad. Now, if I shoot it with my iPhone, that's no problem at all because it just migrates over to it. But if I shoot with a drone or a GoPro or any other camera, I have a tough time getting the video in the app and to begin processing. So that's kind of my slowdown why I don't use it more. I basically only use it for things where I'm shooting with an Apple device because then it works perfectly.
You know, that'd be something to be really nice for DJI and a lot of these drone guys to incorporate is AirDrop. That'd be awesome.
It would. That would make life a lot easier. Like the most recent video I posted on what was it? Gotta go, folks. Marcus is leaving. Good night, Marcus.
Good night, Marcus. Good night, man.
Thank you for stopping in, sir.
Marcus has been under the weather too, so wish Marcus well. He barely had a voice last night on Bill's show. Bill,
Yeah, we've heard about them Vegas nights. We know how they take their toll.
yeah. Right. You're true.
He's still in recovery mode.
But the last video I posted on YouTube that I used LumaFusion for was when I was in San Antonio at the Riverwalk. I shot a video from the boat, and I was using my gimbal, and I had the phone on it, and of course that worked perfectly because the phone it just kind of moved over to the iPad and played well. But again, it's me. I'm not saying it can't do it. I'm just having a tough time. And I watched a few videos, and they really haven't given me the answers I'm looking for. So that's basically the thing I most have to figure out with the LumaFusion is getting the footage I want in there. So, but we will do a show, and it may not be the most A to Z guide on how to use it, but at least maybe it'll show you the potential that the app has, and especially with the new Autel drones coming out, the Evo 2 with the 6K and the 8K. Well, a lot of people don't that don't have powerful enough computers to edit 4K on an iPad. You don't need the highest iPad there is. I have the iPad Air 3. I don't even have a Pro model, and it burns right through 4K video, where a cheaper computer may not be able to. So for for a lot less of buying a high-end Mac or a high-end Windows PC, maybe you can get I know you can get an iPad and LumaFusion and do a good job with 4K video. We don't know about 6 or 8K, but I'm sure we will know shortly when that Evo gets in the hands of more than just the top-end reviewers and gets it in more people's hands. And I don't know what'll be tougher for LumaFusion, that 8K video from the half-inch sensor or the 6K video from the 1-inch sensor. That'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So tagging on the lines of color grading. So I've been dabbling with HDR in Final Cut Pro recently, and just posted a little video of just showcasing how it plays on YouTube. A lot of newer cell phones are starting to support HDR in YouTube. So it's really curious to see how that is. So if I could, I would just like to ask you guys to, I'm going to post a link to that video in the comments. If you go to that video and check it out, but let me know how it looks like, if it's oversaturated, undersaturated, not bright enough, etc. And leave a comment in there telling me what kind of phone you have and if it was able to view it in HDR. When it starts to play, if you have an HDR compatible device, if you click the 3 dots at the top right hand of the screen in YouTube, and where it would bring down the resolutions you can switch it to, it should say 1080p HDR. So if you click on that, make sure that's highlighted, and then you should be able to see it in HDR. But because the way Final Cut Pro works on the Apple is that it can edit HDR and you can output HDR, but you can't see it. You can only see to the capabilities of your monitor, and I don't really have an HDR compatible monitor, so I'm kind of just guessing using the scopes.
Now, Ethan, I thought it looked great. I watched on my iPhone 11 Pro, and I couldn't even give you a critique on it. I thought it looked great just the way it is. But my next question will be, none of my computers, of course, can play it. If I had it, I don't have an HDR TV. If I had an HDR TV, I could view it on there through
Correct.
the YouTube app.
Yeah, if you have a smart TV that can play HDR, which most of the newer smart TVs are HDR compatible, and you open up the YouTube app on your smart TV and you go there, then it should play in HDR.
No, that's a reason for me to upgrade then.
Yeah, so the way I've been doing this, it's a very long workaround, is like I'm looking at the scopes, I'm getting it halfway to what I think should look right. I export it, upload it to YouTube, and then give it an hour to do all the processing. Then I turn the smart TV on and I look at it on the TV and try to make changes from there. So it's a long process. Apple does have a monitor that you can view it in that it's compatible with HDR Final Cut Pro, but it's like $4,000. So
right. What did you shoot this HDR video on, Ethan?
All this was shot on the Mavic 2 Pro and the HLG color profile.
Okay. Now, what if you took a drone like the Anafi, which has an HDR mode? could you do that?
That is a
footage?
That is very great question, and a lot of people have been asking me that recently because we see in a lot of HDR now, and a lot of these drones and these action cameras, like the new GoPro can do HDR, Osmo Action can do HDR, Anafi can do HDR. So that HDR that you're seeing on those devices is not true HDR,
right? Because it's like a JPEG HDR or
right?
yeah. And
It's
I know
almost
that,
like a It's almost like a color effect. Think of it like a color profile. And essentially what the processor is doing, it's using almost like a dual ISO setting, but
right.
you don't see that. That's why anytime you're doing HDR, you lose manual settings. It's all automatic.
Right.
It's almost doing like a dual ISO. So it's taking a high exposure and a low exposure and blending them together, and it's doing it real fast. And so when it plays it back, you get a like very blended image that's you can see stuff in the shadows and the highlights aren't blown out.
Right, and drones like the Anafi and the Skydio too has HDR, but I tend not to use it because it makes everything darker.
Right.
It never gets it right. It doesn't in camera edit it well. It's not like me taking 5 HDR photos of my camera and I blend it and I make it look at the way I want it to look. It creates a thing that usually creates it too dark.
Right. And what true HDR is, and what your HDR televisions play, what the HDR on YouTube is it has greater dynamic range, which is luminance. So it'll, instead of going up from 0 to 100 nits, it goes up to 0 to 1000 nits. So it can get much, much brighter. And also you're working in the 2020 Rec 7, or the Rec 2020 color space, which is what they call wide gambit. So you're talking billions of colors instead of millions. So you got much more color information to work with, and you have a lot more, you can get much brighter image. And shockingly, what I've noticed is that with the additional color information that you're getting, the image looks like it's got way more detail in it because the little shadows are a lot more subtle now.
Now, how much harder is it for you to edit this than normal 4K video?
If I had the proper monitor, it would be about the same.
Right, I got you.
But yeah, it's really no different. The scopes are just look a little different because you got 0 to 1000 instead of 0 to 100, and the colors change really subtle. It's not, you can make a big change and not really do much just because there's so much more information there to work with. So it's actually, in some ways, it's easier.
So you talked about the Apple $4,000 monitor. So what you're telling me is I can't go down to Best Buy and for about $500 get myself an HDR monitor.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Not if you're using an Apple, not if you're using a Mac. Now, apparently, if you're using DaVinci Resolve or Premiere on a PC, then you can.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it has something there. Technically, there isn't a reason why Apple shouldn't be able to do that, but I think it's them locking you into their ecosystem.
Right. Gotcha.
Which is not surprising.
No.
Speaking of Adobe Premiere, I want to bring up something because there's a lot of people that they struggle with editing 4K video. They're talking about, well, I won't even be able to edit. I won't be able to edit 8K. With this upcoming Autel. Adobe Premiere Pro has, it takes longer to do it, but Premiere Pro has this really cool feature where you can import the files and it creates these proxies for the timeline. Yeah, you guys are familiar with what I'm talking about.
Right.
Yeah, and it makes it so you can actually edit the stuff, even if you have a pretty crappy computer. Again, it's going to take a long time for it to be put in there, but I see people say that all the time about how they're going to struggle to edit on a not so great computer. But
yeah, I wouldn't worry about it at all. I know for me, so my computer setup is, I don't have anything crazy fancy. It's a 2016 MacBook Pro laptop, and it's got a 500 gig SSD hard drive. It's got, I think, a 4 gig of graphics RAM, and it's got 16 gigs of regular RAM. But when it doesn't, so it likes 1080p, it does 1080p just fine. It does 4K just fine. That's in the H.264 codec. So 8-bit 4K, it crunches no problem. It doesn't like the H.265 codec. So anytime I'm shooting 10-bit on the Mavic, or if I'm using the GoPro that I've also got in H.265, I when I upload it into Final Cut, I'm also editing on an external 1 terabyte SSD drive.
Gotcha. So you'd have to,
Yeah,
you'd have to kind of use a proxy for that. See, in my case, I've got the older drones, the Mavic and
Big
whatnot,
boy's back.
and my Osmo Action.
The big boy is back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they brought him back.
And it doesn't say out of stock. I could click that button, but I'm not.
Is it black or is that just the lighting?
Oh, it's a video.
Oh, it's white. Okay.
Yeah, have me
Too
excited.
much. I might get into that.
Yeah, I was saying the other thing is too, like, it depends to how much editing that you intend to do. I know that sounds silly, but like you could pop in 4K at 24 footage, and you might get lag if you start to add effects and do color grading and all that other stuff. But if you're just throwing up a quick video, maybe doing some cuts here or there, it's not really going to be a big deal for a lot of computers to do that. So when you start loading up those effects is when you start having the issues.
Yeah, I always tell people, do your color grading and your effects at the very end. Get all your cuts done and get all your sync into music. Get all that stuff done first. Then,
Absolutely.
Then start loading effects, because that's if you try to add a color grade doing that stuff first and then do your cuts, it's going to try to render that clip out every time you change something.
Oh yeah.
So don't do that stuff until the very, very end.
Absolutely.
But I'm very excited for this, for the Evo. I mean, I could care less about the 6K and the 8K. I mean, that's awesome that they're doing that. All that's going to do is give you better quality footage, especially at the distances that you shoot with drone footage. But I could tell you from firsthand knowledge of having a drone with an adjustable aperture in the air is just makes things so much easier. Don't have to worry about getting the perfect ND filter.
Right.
I mean, you can have it wide open to shoot photos if you want. I mean, it's just nice.
What you're talking about, John, is I have the 8 ND filter on my Mavic 2 Pro, and I almost never changed off because since I have the variable aperture, I can always compensate if I need more or less.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. If you don't have adjustable aperture, then you want to get your perfect shutter speed all the time, then you got to bring it down and change your ND filter as needed.
Will this Evo 2 Pro be the only consumer drone besides the Mavic 2 that have adjustable aperture?
I think the Phantom 4 has adjustable aperture.
Oh, right, correct. The one Bill just showed. Yeah, yep, that's right.
And then obviously the Inspire and all that stuff does too. But.
And actually, here's a good thought. Bill had the price up there of the Phantom 4 V2 at 17 something. The Evo 2 Pro is going to be basically the same price, right?
Yep.
So I can't wait to somebody should do a review as soon as it comes out, that against the Phantom 4 V2 to see which one is better, since they're going to be at about the same price point, and the Evo already has the advantage of being smaller.
Oh yeah, I think the Phantom's a good machine. It's just
more compact.
Yeah, I don't have any room for a Phantom-sized drone.
No, it's I still have my Phantom 4, and it's still a great drone, but it doesn't get out much because of its size.
Right. Yeah, but I'm definitely excited for the Autel to come out. Plus, I said last week, I'm ready to step out of DJI's ecosystem for a little bit.
I got myself down. I think I only have 3 DJI drones now: the Mavic 2 Pro, the Mini, and the old Phantom 4 or whatever. I've cleared out some of the old DJI drones, so I'm making progress.
Yep. Well, everybody's starting to catch up, so that's great. That's great news for everybody.
Yeah. I'll tell you though, the Mini though still has a lot of interest. When I put a video up, if I put a Mini video up, it gets twice the views of any other drone video I put up now.
Oh yeah, it's basically it's got the same popularity as the Spark did. Any drone that you put out that's halfway decent, going to be under $500 is going to do very well.
Well,
Right.
the thing about it is it's because you got to wait a minute. You got to rephrase that. Anything that says DJI and is under $500.
That's true too.
Yeah, you can put a Xeno video up. You can put a Xeno 2 video up, and I don't think it's going to get near as many hits as a mini video.
Oh yeah,
But man, the one time I flew the mini, I was just stunned. It's like butter smooth. You know, it does get rocked around by the wind like a toy, but the GPS brings it back. And you just got to be willing to have faith in that. And I think a lot of people will start going, "Oh my God," and overreact. And then the next thing you know, it's out. They've got disoriented in the positioning of the drone, and it's gone before. Oh, I'm bringing it towards me when they're flying away.
You know what? Alltel needs to make a sub 250 drone with 4K 60 on it. And that would blow that thing out of the water.
And you heard it?
Yeah, I want to see that.
That would be awesome.
I'm going to go over to Bothell and say, you need to watch this video. I really need to go over there one day. Hopefully the weather will be better because they canceled because of the weather this Tuesday. But after we get done next Tuesday, I'm going to drive over there and I'm just going to be outside and live stream. That's what I need to do. Of course, I can't. I have to do it on Facebook because I don't have enough to live stream from my phone here.
How many subs do you have, Bill?
Huh?
How many subs are you at now?
Oh, like 957.
Come on, people. Show Bill some love.
There's only 9 of them in here, 4 of them are us. Did you hear what I said there? There's only 9 in here and 4 of them are us. So to you 5 people that are subscribed, yes, I know a lot of you have gone over to Art's birthday party. I know Kelly.
These are our super subscribers.
But we always try to do a good drone show. But tonight we kind of rambled and went on different directions because I was trying to get us dialed back in. So Ethan, how would you like to do? I've got a couple of things I need to bring up also. You want to try to do money shot next week or
sure?
Okay. And so Ethan is still. Do you need any input from our 9 viewers?
Nope.
Unless
they want to.
Well, so money shot to be. You go ahead and explain what your plan for money shot is, Ethan.
Okay, so next week, money shots. What we're going to do, I'm going to go over my top 5 drone shots that I like to use in a lot of like commercial work that I do. I do mostly weddings, but these are 5 shots that guaranteed all the time, and they always look great no matter what.
Cool. And
hey, on an unrelated note, Ethan, have you played with any Skydio video yet?
Yes, I did about a month ago. Yeah, I downloaded some that Ken Dono had posted in one of his drop boxes.
What'd you think? When
you want me to bring up UAV Medic a little bit, or
he's let him finish on what he was talking about.
Yeah, I didn't talk over Ron. Sorry about that.
Yeah. It's very, very reminiscent of it looks almost identical to the Evo 1 footage.
Really?
Yeah, very similar. Yeah.
Now I heard a rumor, and I don't know if he's talked about this in air yet, so I won't say who told me this because I don't know if he's talked about it yet. But that Skydio hired some people that used to work at GoPro to get their color to pop like it does, because I guess they figured their audience would be a lot of GoPro type people who just want to shoot it and post it. So they wanted to get the color as right or as vibrant in camera as possible.
I don't think it's as contrasty as GoPro.
I don't think so either.
No, it definitely looks good though.
That the drone has.
Yeah, GoPro. Actually, I mean, if people want to have that kind of GoPro footage, more power to them. But it's great if you want it on its own. But
hey, Ethan, what it does, it looks good on small screens.
Right. Well, yeah.
Looking at that GoPro footage on a phone or maybe a smaller tablet, what they do makes it look really good. Now, the bigger the screen you go, the less impressive it is.
Oh yeah. Well, and honestly, if anybody wants to make their regular footage look like GoPro footage, it's actually very easy to do. All you got to do is bump up the saturation and give it a little more contrast, and there you go.
Gotta go pump them all the way up. John, go ahead. We didn't mean to.
Oh no. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to stomp on you guys.
Oh, go
No,
ahead. John. You were going to talk about the medic show.
Yeah, I was just going to talk about the UAV medic thing. Kind of remind people that we are looking for anybody who might have an issue with a drone, whether it be a camera drone, FPV, or anything, to come on the show, and we'll all try to help with that. And for a while, what we're probably going to do is might have a little short segment where, say, I take a drone and it's got a problem with it, and I'll show you how to solve it real quick. Maybe like a 5-10 minute thing. Like, for example, like this won't bind, or this is flipping upside down. How do you fix it? That's kind of what we're looking to do with UAV medic. So if you guys know anybody who's having a real hard time with a drone, let us know. And try to get them in contact with me. I'll try to get that set up.
Or you can holler any one of us if you happen to remember it when you're watching Ron's channel. Type in and say, hey, I remember when John was talking about this on drone therapy the other night. Tell him I want to get in touch with him. Or if you're watching Ethan's channel, or my channel, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And we'll hook everybody up cross channels and here and there and whatnot. Something I wanted to say is we'll do the money shot next Wednesday, and then Thursday I'm hopping on a plane and going to the East Coast for the first time in like 10 years.
Oh wow.
Well, my grandmother is 93. She's in a rest home now. She can't seem to shake this pneumonia she's had for going on about 8 or 9 months. So none of my family's ever met my wife or my daughter, or so we're going to go back there and spend like a week. So I'm going to be in the air on Wednesday, the 29th of January. So I was going to run it by you guys and you folks in the chat of either doing like a Friday, Saturday, or a Sunday show. And see if you guys might be up for that, because I don't think I'm going to really want to be doing it. Would be cool, but I don't have enough subscribers to do a live stream on my phone if I happen to have internet on the plane. Would be really cool though, wouldn't it?
It would be.
Well, I've subscribed to that internet on a plane, and you'd be lucky to be able to get a few emails.
Yeah.
How slow that internet is, dude.
Point. Hey, Curtis Dart just joined us, Bill.
Yeah, did you see? I just said, I got it. It says, evening, guys. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
I just popped it up. And Ethan said, hey, Curtis. I'm going to say, hello, Curtis Dart.
What's going on, man?
Bill, I would be open to another night. I once you pick a night, I'll check my schedule. But I could probably...
where I'm going to be in Southwest Virginia. I don't even think we're going to take a laptop. So I don't think I could do it earlier. It would have to be after I got back. Thursday night, I know Mitch is on. I know Ken is on. So I don't know what your all's plans are for Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Because now the Seahawks are done, I don't have to worry about football on Sundays. So I'm open on Sunday evenings too. So anyway, this like I said, that's another week away. But, I will definitely touch base with you guys throughout my adventures in Virginia. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. That's what I said I need to do. I need to go by and because Mountain Dew was actually the formula as closely as it is to the formula that's in the cans today, was produced in my hometown of Marion, Virginia. It was originally just a chaser, something for mixed drinks, for moonshine and stuff like that, just a boom, boom to get it down. And they were looking for a way to kind of zip it up a little bit. And they sold it to the brothers, I think they were brothers, that owned the Tip Bottling Company in Marion. And they came up with the idea to add orange juice to it. And that kind of gave it that citrusy zing along with the carbonation, and voila, Mountain Dew.
Wow, love Mountain Dew.
And then they ended up selling it to Pepsi Bottling down in Bristol, I think.
Wow, good story.
Hey, I got a drone question for you guys and Curtis now that he's with us. What do you guys think? Do you guys think DJI is going to release a Mavic 2 3 or a Mavic 3 with the FAA regulations up in the air?
I say no.
I thought they already had the receiver, whatever was in the newer drones.
That's just ADSB. That's still not going to be compliant with the new FAA rules.
No.
Well, I thought, didn't we say at the top of the show that they said, "Oh, they already know. There's no way that's going to fly."
Yeah, but I'm curious if DJI is even going to release something without knowing what kind of hardware they're going to need to put in there.
Well, Ethan, we've been hearing that there's going to be a Mavic Air 2 in the next 2 months coming out. I don't think that'll have any of the new hardware compliance that we're looking for.
Mavic Air 2 in the next 2 months.
Yeah, we'll get a Mavic Air.
Getting a new drone again?
That's rumor, all rumor. I don't have no CGI, just a rumor.
Yeah, I definitely think they got to answer up Autel's package that they just put out. I'm just curious to see, like, do you think they'd even waste their money with ADSB knowing that that's not going to, whatever the FAA does, that's not going to meet the requirements?
What do you think how about this? Here's we're going to have a Mavic 3 and a Mavic 3 Pro. Okay, you're going to have your Mavic 3 is going to have all your obstacle avoidance sensors and stuff like that with your single 1-inch Hasselblad. Your Pro is going to have that 1-inch Hasselblad with all the zoom capabilities, yada, 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 along with all that other as well.
I want to see them put Micro Four Thirds or a APS-C sensor in there.
You got to go buy that as well.
Wow.
Hey, Bill, what drone are you taking with you to Virginia?
Probably just the Mini.
The Mini? Good choice.
Curtis, do you still think they're going to put the ADSB stuff in these newer DJI drones? Just curious. Because me personally, if I was like a manufacturer, I know this is what they said, but without that, that's probably not going to meet the FAA's regulations anyway. I wouldn't even waste the money or wait on that stuff.
I'm trying to decide what cameras is, because if I take the Mini, the only thing that sucks is they don't really give you any flack. But the only crap I've ever caught about my drones when I'm going through airport security is they'll be like, "Well, that's a lot of electronics in that bag," and I'm like, "It's a drone. You know, it's a drone. Oh, I know it's a drone."
If you travel with drones or camera gear, you need to get that. What is it? The pre-check.
Yeah.
That is a godsend. Nobody says anything to me. They don't even look.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I've gone on a plane with a ton of FPV batteries.
We had pre-check going to Hawaii. We didn't have pre-check coming back.
Yeah.
Right. But Ethan's great.
I was like, "Well, dude, you're not keeping my gear."
Yeah, Ethan's right that you could have a case full of drones. If you went through they would just hustle you through.
Yep. Oh yeah. Like I think the last time I was on a plane, I had probably about like 8 6S FPV batteries on me, and they didn't say a damn thing.
I hope she has. I'll have to ask her here in a minute. So we're down to 8 now. So we've got 4 and 4. But Curtis says he would like to do a Saturday show. But don't you work most of the time on weekends, like heavy duty on weekends, don't you, Ethan?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, maybe just that 1 week we would do a Saturday, and you could do like a mobile report or something.
Oh yeah, to Indy Kurt, I would never, ever, ever check any electronics. No way in hell.
Oh no.
I would get the next flight than have them check my electronics. Hell no.
Exactly. Years ago, I'm giving you a story from 15 years ago, 20 years ago.
Oh, no, what do you mean disappear, man? That stuff stays on my back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It don't go nowhere near no storage.
Yeah, no, anything that you don't want to lose, you keep on you.
Yeah.
It's the only way to do it.
Yeah, only check your dirty laundry.
That's right.
Exactly.
Use condoms. See, this is where it stays right here. And then it goes right above my head. I was just looking, that little box will fit just perfect in here. I'm thinking, let's see.
You gonna take the Osmo Pocket along, Bill,
I don't know.
or the Action?
Probably be better to take the Pocket, but I don't. Let's see. Well, you go. No, you're not gonna go that way. See, you know what I wish? I wish they had just an individual hard case for the drone.
Well, Bill, if the mini's so small, I just stick it in the lens pocket in my camera bag. It's secure.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I would like to have.
Yeah, that's what I do with the Mavic. It folds up and I put it in the lens pocket.
Yeah. I mean, the problem is I need a case for it when I get to the location. Sometimes I do. I don't want to always take the big camera.
Like the Air.
Fly. Sorry, Bill. Go ahead.
I'd like to have something like this.
Oh, that's nice.
For like the Air has.
Yeah. Yeah.
But just for the Mini. So think about it. It would be like what? This size? I would love that.
I think PGY Tech makes a little case for the Mini. I think Rick Smith somebody had it on their show recently. It's real small. It just fits the drone.
Small Inspire. Curtis wants a small Inspire 3 with interchangeable lenses.
Mini Inspire.
Oh, he got a big bonus today. Here you go, Ethan. Here you go, John. He needs some input.
I've heard good things about the Jep RC Cynic Queen, I think it is.
Wait a minute, look at this. Or
the AGX.
$100 drone.
Power Vision stuff tends to, I don't know if I would invest in their stuff. It's just me.
Yeah, that'd be nice if the next whoever big guy comes out with something that was completely waterproof like that. Like if the Mavic Air, the next Mavic Air, if that could be completely waterproof, that would be nice.
Okay, so somebody in the chat find us a single case just for the Mini that I can get overnighted. Because I put so much more stuff in my pack that way. It just worries me about messing up those brittle little propellers, sliding them down into a lens sleeve. Because the propellers are mega brittle. I mean, I've never seen props so fragile.
The Anafi has the same brittle props. Bill, did you see that prop holder I got for the Mini? It's DJI makes it. It keeps the props and kind of protects the drone and has a lanyard on it. I made a little video about it. It's I forget how much it was, but it's real affordable.
Oh, yeah. Curtis is like, it does rain here all the time. So far, 19 weeks of rain. I'm like, I'll take you. I had some snow mixed in with that rain. And if you were here earlier, you'd gotten to laugh because like I got a little overzealous, and Ethan explained to me how I could have saved the footage, the beautiful footage that I threw away.
Oh,
but anyway, live and learn.
Hey, I was going to tell Curtis that FPV drones are actually relatively easy to make somewhat waterproof.
Oh, well, yeah. I think you were. What was it? The coating you all the
conformal coat.
Conformal coating. Yeah, there we go.
And if you put epoxy over the ESC, because conformal coat will only work so well with certain kind of voltage. So if you get into the higher voltages, it'll not work.
I don't have a link, but if you search for Jep RC Cinequeen, it should come right up. There's lots of places to grab it. I think Ray State Quads has it stateside.
I can't share. I have to let me send it over here. Y'all gonna get a kick out of this. This was because apparently before I put it up in the air, I hit the photograph button. So let's see. I'm gonna have
Cinequeen, yep.
What was he said? John got a link. John got a link?
Cinequeen.
F-Stop
That's
Labs
right.
for DJI Mini in Amazon. F-Stop Labs. Okay.
I have the Cine Pro, and I was pretty impressed with that. And it looks like the Cinequeen is even better.
Can you put the DJI system on it, John?
I think that frame, the Jep RC CX, I think it's the CX3 frame. Now I'm not completely sure now. I'd have to take a look real quick. But let me see. Yeah, it's like a 3-inch, so you could fit it in there if you wanted to, but there wouldn't be much point in buying that to put the DJI system in there.
Yeah, as soon as that Caddx Vista system comes out, I think I'm going to put that on the Acrobat and give that a whirl, because it's like the Acrobat, it'll carry a GoPro, but it does not fly very well with that on there. It's like it doesn't have enough power.
Yeah, I mean, it also depends on what you want to do. I mean, if you're going for the highest possible video quality and you're not more about,
Yes.
you want to put a Heroes 8 on it, you got to go squirt.
No,
Oh,
that
boy.
was 2 days ago, and I in the one picture from the Mavic Mini, because I took a picture by accident thinking I was starting the video.
Oh, good shot.
Yeah, but can you look at the snow? Look how it's hanging on and it's still like that.
Beautiful, Bill. Beautiful.
Looks too cold for me.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done with the snow. I want snow to stop.
Mm-hmm. So I've been debating whether or not to actually build a Cine Whoop or some kind of Cine drone. I'm on the fence about what I could do with that versus what I could do with like my Nafi.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of Cinewhoops, they're kind of just novelties. Unless you really have something specific that you're going to do with it, they're probably not worth messing with, to be completely honest.
Right. Because you take like a Nafi or even like a DJI Spark or one of these GPS drones, and any of these drones that have optical flow, a good optical flow, you take them indoors, they fly exactly where you want them to go.
Sure.
And you can get all the little, granted, they don't have prop guards on them, or you could put prop guards on them if you wanted to, but, and they probably can get better, smoother footage than a Cinewhoop can, because they hold their altitude perfectly flat. And if you want to go up and then come down, you could do that too. So I'm kind of like in that idea. Is like everything that I've seen that people can do with the Cinewhoop, I could do with one of the drones I already have.
Well,
maybe. I mean, when I had the Cine Pro, though, I was flying through tree branches and all that around a park area, and I feel like doing some of that, if you're trying to get stuff like that, probably a Cinewhoop.
Got a controller case too.
Cinewhoop for it.
Look at that.
How much, Bill?
$15.
That's not bad. That's pretty good.
For both of these ones.
Everything else I can just put like in a Ziploc bag, throw in, and I won't have to. The case won't take up as much space. Then I can have my cameras and everything, and I won't have to worry about that clutter.
True.
That way, very good.
I don't know if I like that, two separate things though. I feel like I would want it all in one.
Yeah, but I don't have. It won't squeeze into my backpack.
Yeah. Easier for packing on an air flight.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You won't sit.
I should show you guys my setup for carrying drones. It's pretty. I like it a lot.
Let's see it, Ethan.
All right, hold on.
Yeah, but I did the same thing. I used to have a travel kit for my Mavic 1 where it was 2 pieces because it made it easier to get on the bags on a plane.
Well, I'm just thinking I'm going to take my camera. I'm probably going to take the pocket or.
All right, Mavic 2.
All right. Wait. Here we go. We can talk while you're doing it.
All right, so Mavic 2, right?
Yeah.
So got it there all folded up. This is a regular camera bag. This is a regular camera bag right here. Okay.
Right. Yeah, lower pro or low pro.
This is the way I got it set up.
Mm-hmm.
See the batteries and the Nafi, and instead of like a smart controller, I just have an old iPhone that I keep ready to go.
Oh, okay.
And that slides right into the side. Mavic goes right into one of the lens pockets, just like that.
Mm-hmm.
A Nafi controller right here, and then the Nafi just lays right on top.
In its case, or just not in its case? Oh, nice.
Cool. Yeah. See, now that's what I would rather take. I would rather take the big girl. I'd rather take the Mavic 2 because I've got a friend out there that's got a Mini.
Right. You know what? You could even, there's even room in here to put the Mini in if you wanted to. And then also have like on the side pockets, I got like the Mavic chargers in there, ND filters over here, my license and everything right in this pocket. And this slides underneath an airport or airline seat.
That's a three drone trip. That's a serious trip.
Yeah, that's why when people say like the Skydio, it doesn't fold. There's you can take a lot with you if they fold up.
Yeah,
True.
So I don't know that you could probably put 5 or 6 minis in that thing. But and then I also have a backpack that I have that has all the FPV gear in it. That's what I've been really wondering if somebody could ever come out with a folding FPV frame.
Oh, I gotta go check the door. I'll be back.
Sure.
Josh, well, Bill left, but Josh posted that the PGY tech case for the Mini is pretty sweet, and but it didn't come quick. Yeah, PGY stuff for some reason the order on Amazon does come kind of slowly. That don't know why, but no, I love that setup, Ethan. Sometimes when I've tried kits like that, then I get to my location, right? I don't want to take the big bag out with me every time.
See, I like that.
Yeah.
I really like that. I can show you guys my bag too, but it's big. My bag is freaking big.
Oh yeah, the bag that I use for the FPV gear is like a giant backpack.
What do you use for your FPV guy? I know you've showed it before, but I can't remember. Is it like a low pro?
Let me grab it. Hold on.
Oh well, yeah. I'll probably grab mine real quick too.
I'll just keep talking here.
We lost Ethan. Everybody disappeared at once, huh?
No, they're just getting their gear, Bill. They're coming back.
Oh, everybody was under the table.
No. I was just talking to people from leaving. There it is. That's your FPV bag.
Let's see. I'm bringing mine in here now.
You're muted, Ethan.
He was talking. Josh was saying.
Oh, I missed it.
PGY tech case.
Ethan muted himself. Probably pulled his cord out.
Oh yeah. Nope, we still don't hear you.
Nope, still here. There you go.
Yeah, there he is. He's back now.
I did not get to see your bag because I went to grab mine too.
All right, hold on. Let me fix my audio real quick. I can hear you guys.
Sure.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Bill, did you see Josh recommended the PGY tech case I talked about?
Yeah, I'm gonna. But the thing that sucks is I gotta wait for it to come from there.
Yeah,
I want something like by next week. I tell you what, Josh, just send me yours, and then
there we go.
I'll order one, and as soon as it gets here, I'll send it to you.
All right, so this backpack is actually, it's actually for a Phantom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So this compartment right here. This is where I got my rental right there. And then this whole compartment down here, this is where I put the drones. If I was like on an airport, I put the FPV drones right there. It's got side pouches that are Velcro. So this has got batteries in it and antennas. This pouch has got Fat Sharks in it for if I needed to fly analog. Spare props are in this pouch right here. And let's see. And you also got side pockets right here. There's nothing in them, but you could put cords and stuff there. It's got the two water bottle holders. And on the very tippy top, which is like another remote, but this is where I got the DJI goggles. Right there.
Cool.
Right on top. So yeah, it works out pretty good. And it holds a 17-inch laptop right on the side. So I think it was like $40 or something. It was pretty cheap off Amazon.
I don't know if this is what he's talking about. This is kind of freaky.
Yeah, I'll briefly go over my bag real quick. So this is the Low Pro BP X3. This is a pretty big honking bag, man.
Yeah.
But I do like it. I like how it has pretty much a spot for everything you could need. So we got kind of like a hard shell back here. In here, you can put props, tools, all that kind of thing. Let's see. We've also got the side pockets here. It's also got, the clips, so you can strap a drone right to it if you want to. Strap some drones on the outside. Not ideal if you're going through an airport, obviously. But and then on the inside, they did a nice job with this too. This is what the inside looks like. And so you can put your drone right on here in this little strap, or multiple of them. You pull this down. This is the spot for you to put your radio, put your goggles in here. There's plenty of room for you to like put your antenna or what have you, even if you got a module or something, it's no big deal. Extra spot here. And yeah, these are just the custom little holders to do whatever. And this is your gigantic take out and in battery bag if you want. So yeah, I really like this bag. And also they've got a spot if you want to bring a computer along, you can put a computer in there.
Very cool.
So the bag only has one flaw that I don't like, and I'm afraid it's going to be a problem in the future. Let me show you. You see how when you fold it out, you see the zipper spot?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's bad. I feel like that's going to stress the zipper over time. I'm afraid it's going to break, but it is what it is.
It's bad. The GoPros are really durable. It'd be great, but I wouldn't be surprised if it held up for you.
That's what you're talking about, Ron?
Mini bag. No, they have a thing. It's just kind of straps on. It protects the propellers and like the body of the drone, and it has like a lanyard on it to carry it with.
Did you see this thing though? Look at it. It's
No, I haven't seen that.
clear. It's clear to show the drone, and I'm like, well, isn't that just begging somebody to come by and slice it and take the drone?
Yep. That's what I was thinking. Well, even the DJI on the outside of it.
Off that way. Yeah, look, it's right here. It's for sure in the pouch. You don't have to guess.
So I was meaning to ask Curtis, because while we're talking about our kits and everything in our bags, the one thing that I've been trying to reduce the size of is this thing.
So I'm not seeing it. Where is this? I'm on the DJI.
It's right beside the pad.
This is that thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what Josh was talking about. Okay.
Protect your props. Well, no. Josh is talking about a case. This is just a prop protector.
Okay, so I don't know what case. I thought he was saying he got. I thought he said he got it from DJI though.
Well, I may be confusing myself on that. I thought when I looked at his thing, he was talking about PGY tech case.
Okay, let me get rid of that. Okay, cool. We got it. I don't know. We'll see. See PGY tech. So you talking about the one you did the review on, Josh, or something else? Let me see. Up a link.
I tell you what, this case, I love this thing. I've had it for about 2 years now. And so when I'm out flying at the waterfalls, whatnot, I'm actually got the thing strapped on me while I'm flying. When I'm doing weddings, I'm like walking around with this thing on me while I'm flying.
It's just pretty much like this one. It's like the one that comes from DJI.
Okay.
Pretty close. The one that he's showing me.
It's not smaller.
It may be a tiny bit smaller, but see, this is what kills me is the width. This I got no problem with. It's this part. So I need it kind of like maybe this size.
Mm-hmm.
It would fit perfectly. So that's why I was the ones that I found earlier that I was AZ drone guy or whatever, Arizona drone guy. The two separate ones seem almost perfect because then I could just separate everything else. Do like Ethan was saying, do like the bottom part of the bag for Mavic Mini stuff, then put my or vice versa, put all my camera gear on the bottom and then put the Mavic Mini on top of it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's like he hasn't gotten this yet. He's talking about the
He didn't do a review on the PGY Tech case yet, but he did do a review on the prop holders that I have.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, I have to admit the charging hub from DJI, really truthfully, it's just a light up USB cord, but it does look kind of cool in that little plastic case. $40 is a bit much, but it's got possibilities.
Right. Hey, listen, guys, I got to run here. I'm just getting awfully tired. I've been been on the road a lot today, and my eyes are getting pretty heavy.
Oh, that's perfectly fine.
Wish everybody good night here. Thanks for having me on the show. Thanks for the people that joined us in the chat tonight. I know a lot of them have left by now, but I see Josh still hanging there. Thanks for all the good info you posted tonight. And it's next week. We won't be doing the show on Wednesday. That's correct, Bill?
No, next week we're going to be doing Money Shot. Ethan's done. So basically what that is I don't really have my 5 greatest shots or what I would consider 5 great shots. So I will just kind of ask questions. But either one of you gentlemen who's done some cinematic videos they would consider money shots, I would think that he would be more than happy to have your input as well during the show. But yeah, and I think Ethan had mentioned too the possibility of maybe sometime in the future, maybe getting some people who actually shoot weddings and take pictures and stuff to give you more of an idea of what kind of videos are needed in that. Maybe somewhere down the road, if we could possibly talk Ken Dono into coming on, we could get him to explain about what it's like to shoot real estate videos and just what a pain in the butt it might be. That would be really cool because a lot of people, I think, still are going to get those big dollar signs in their eyes about all the money they can make with their 107. And then when they get it and they go out and they realize, how much extra work they got to put into it, you're like, So that's just my opinion. Ron, thank you very much for coming on.
Have a good evening. I'll see you next Wednesday for Money Shots.
Nice.
All right, Ron, you take care.
Good night.
Okay, anybody? We got 11 hanging out with us.
That's pretty good.
Happy birthday to Art. We're glad that everybody got to go hang out with him and stuff, and we're perfectly understanding of that. But don't do it again.
So you guys liking your Mavic Minis, are you?
I've only flown it once, but the one flight. But the cool thing was like we all talk about, seeing the little,
I wish I had a Mavic Mini.
Waiting a month or two, and seeing a couple of firmware updates and such, and then getting a hold of it. I was happy with it. And the fact that I knew already ahead of time about how light it was and how it might react like a light toy drone in the wind, I didn't go, but I was like, ooh, and then I realized, okay, it's just like a toy, and then I just pulled it back over in position, and when I realized the GPS will push it back over there, so it's perfectly cool, and it's a sturdy little bird. It flies really good. Mm-hmm. And I was shocked how quiet it was. But then again, it has Anafi props, Anafi motors, and Anafi whatever else. So,
yeah, I was thinking it'd be a lot like the Tello, to be honest with you, just with GPS. That's what I was thinking.
I don't know. That camera is very
obviously the camera.
Though was that I already threw that away and everything, and didn't even think about mentioning it to you or anything like that. But it was taking some phenomenal footage just from my phone. So I don't have any doubt that it's not capable of taking some serious stuff.
Well, the thing that I'm still upset about is they didn't put 4K on it.
Yeah, but this was you know how crisp the Spark image is. You'll get this from this little drone. That 1080 crispness. And
you mean the 1080 over sharpenedness?
So you don't like a Spark?
No, I don't. I think it looks terrible.
Oh, okay. So the only thing that I didn't like about a Spark was after the tail end of the firmware updates, how you would get that pulsing in the video feed, and I was like, man, and people are like, well, it's that latest firmware update. And for some strange reason, anytime when I would pull it into Hit Film, it would glitch out on me. But I could put it into Filmora, run it right through the same frame rate and everything, and then put it back into Hit Film, and it would load fine. I wouldn't get any archived footage or anything.
Right.
So what would that be? You don't know. Never mind. I thought you might have an idea.
Nope.
All right.
I just think for the money, there are better options out there than the Mini, unless you have to be under that 250 mark.
Okay, what about size-wise?
Well, that goes along with the 250. If you need that size, that weight, then obviously that's your best bet. But I think money-wise, for that kind of money that you're putting on that thing, I think the Anafi is hands down way better.
Are you still possibly coming to the West Coast?
Yes.
When?
We don't know yet. We're waiting on our security clearance. So.
Oh, okay. Because I'm going to be in LA in April. So.
I mean, I hope we're there by then, but.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. I'll just bring it with me. We'll go out one day and just fly the hell out of everything, and then we'll figure it out.
Right. Yeah, the Anafi is like, especially you get a refurb for like 430, 440. Yeah. I mean, and if you do a battery mod, you can get the Anafi under 250 grams.
Okay, but what about
interesting?
Flight time?
Yeah, it's not going to fly very long. You only got about doing that mod gives you about 12 minutes.
Okay, yeah, but you're talking about keeping the Mini in the air for 27 minutes.
Yeah, but the video quality sucks compared to the Anafi. And the Anafi's got way more camera features.
Well, true, yeah.
So I'm just saying money as far as terms of value per dollar.
Yeah.
Unless you have to meet certain criteria, then yes, the Anafi or the Mini definitely fills those certain areas.
Yes, but the Anafi too. The Anafi is getting pretty old, so the Anafi 2 can't be that far off.
I'm thinking they're going to keep on pushing out updates. Is what I think. I'm curious to see what they're going to come out, because think about this: the Anafi, they're still using the old codec. They're still using a H.265 or H.264 codec. They could, if the hardware will do it, they could switch over to an H.265 codec. What that's going to give you might be able to get 4K 60 then, or even 2.7K 60. Might be able to get some different log profiles. Might be able to get a higher resolution. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what they could do, but potentially they could push the software or the hardware even further than what they already done.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's true. Glad to see some people coming in.
We got some late people coming in.
Yeah, we're just kind of jabbering. Basically tonight was an open forum, whatever anybody wanted to talk about. So we've talked about everything from the FAA stuff to the new drones to the old drones to software to money shots to UAV medics to Luma Fusion and beyond.
And that, we're just talking about flight time and stuff. It brought up an interesting idea that I had. I was talking to some friends about this. How long do you actually fly your drones?
Oh, now once I put a drone in the air, I'll milk it dry.
You will.
Yes, I will milk it dry.
See, me, I'm usually got it up just to get the shots I want, and then it's back down. So it's rarely I go over 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, well, yeah, see, that's I guess that's where I'm on the different side of it.
Mm-hmm.
I like just being enveloped by being in the air for that period of time.
Right. Are you one of these guys that like hits record as soon as you take off and then doesn't hit stop till you come down?
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha. Interesting. Yeah.
And a lot of times I forget and get all flustered and just delete the whole file. I do that too.
Yeah. I'm on the other hand. It's like I only hit record for the shots that I want. And then as soon as that shot's done, I stop it, because when you're editing, that makes getting your footage way easier to organize.
Well, a lot of times too, I will pull, because I love photography too. I mean, I'm a shutter bug and a half. So a lot of times I will pull singular frames out and just play with them for a long time too. So it's not a matter of, I could be missing a shot by not recording all those frames. So a lot of times I will go ahead and do it anyway. Ethan, you're being hard on my new Mavic Mini. Okay. He's talking about the Parrot Anafi battery mod.
Right. There is a battery mod out there that, actually, I'll show you the battery. I actually took it all apart, but let me show you.
Amazon, looks like the for MB portable carrying case.
Okay, so this is what the inside of a Parrot Anafi battery looks like. It's a 2S. I forget how many milliamps it is, but basically that came out of this, right? this is what the inside of the Paradenofi's battery looks like. Okay. If you put this 2S LiPo in there, it's about half the capacity, but it's still 2S. And basically you wire everything back up. It'll fit inside the case like so. I mean, that's just roughly. And everything plugs back in, everything plugs back up, and it'll be under 250 grams. And flies exactly the same, but you get substantially less flight time. I think it comes out to about 12 minutes instead of the 25 that you would get with a regular battery. But you do get a lot less flight time, but you still get all the same features that you would have with your regular battery. Nothing else changes. So now you have a sub 250 grams that'll do 4K. It's got all the tracking. It's got log. There you go.
This looks almost like it would hold a. That's not what I was looking for. Sorry, just jabbering here. I'm looking for what Ethan was trying to tell me.
Hey guys, I got to be getting off of here, so I'm going to say my good nights.
Yeah, it's cool. We've been on for almost 2 hours. Not really.
Yep.
Doing
Guys, it's been great. I will see you guys next week. Awesome chat.
See you later.
Take care, guys.
Wither away because we're all just kind of jabbering and rambling. Glad to have everybody here. Please tune in next week for Money Shot. Sorry, this is kind of what happens with us sometimes. We'll forget you guys are here, and we just kind of get off on subject and start talking about different things here and there. So everybody else has said good night, so I'm going to switch over to Ethan real quick and let him say good night, and then I will run us out the door real quick.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. I know it's been a very random night. We talk about a lot of random stuff, but glad to see everybody out and hanging out with us. Come and hang out with us next week. We're going to talk about money shots, and I'll go over the top 5 shots that I like to use on doing weddings and other videos that we make money off of. And with that, I'll throw it over to Bill.
And I'm grateful to have everyone with us tonight. And please be sure, I know a lot of people came in late. We tend to be on weekly. We've been here for going on 3.5. This is our 4th year of drone therapy. We tend to come on at 8:30 p.m. East Coast time, 5:30 on the Pacific Coast. So come back next Wednesday for Drone Therapy Season 4, Episode 3, Money Shots. Peace, everybody.
Have a good night.